Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, ladies and gentlemen. I am back at you once again. We are here to talk about the second round steals that the Miami Dolphins could pull off if they really wanted to go get them, guys. The Miami Dolphins have a prime opportunity with 4 players that they can go get in the second round that are first round value. Let's talk about these 4 players, and I'm interested in what Miami's going to do on day 2, because if they can pull this off and grab one of these players, I am going to tell you that is going to be that will make the second round even bigger than the first round for Miami. And I am not talking about from the player standpoint, but just to come out of this draft with 2 first-round talents would be, oh my God, I don't even know the word to use right now. That would be oh my gosh. Let's talk about these 4 players that Miami can look at for the future of our franchise who could be a cornerstone in day 1. First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. We already know about JaJuan Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Many felt that he was the best tackle coming out of the college football into this draft this year. But somehow he has found his way not seeing a team on day 1 of the draft. He is not a first round pick. Many thought that he may be taken around between 11 and 15 and 13, presumably by the Miami Dolphins. But that didn't happen. Teams continued to pass on him. Could it have something to do with the fact that he didn't work out at the combine? That could be a great reason, but I think the bigger reason is him coming off of his knee injury. A first round pick, it's a scary thing if you're going to pick up a player coming off of a knee injury, especially playing tackle. Now, I know that injuries for a young player are easily overcomable, but it's something that GMs have to be skeptical about. So look for JaJuan Taylor to go in day 2, and ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins are picking, basically, you can say in the second round, they're going to be picking 16th, okay? Their overall draft number is 48, but they have the 16th pick. Can Miami move up and grab one of these 4 players? It is the second round. They won't have to give up as much. So this is an interesting dynamic. Will they trade their current 48 pick and move up to one of the earlier picks? We shall see. And what will they have to give up in order to do it? Will they have to give up another draft pick, like maybe a 3rd or a 4th? I think that all depends on what we do at the quarterback situation. And speaking about quarterback, we have to talk about Drew Lock. Guys, I know people were upset about not drafting Dwayne Haskins, but we can't forget, Drew Lock is still on the board. Don't be surprised if Miami doesn't take a chance and go ahead and grab Drew Lock. He may still be available. We also have to watch out for some of the teams that passed up on Haskins, not just the Dolphins. They may move up and have their eyes on Drew Lock, knowing that they could get him after the first round. But Miami is a huge player in the Drew Lock sweepstakes. Now, even though you aren't hearing much about it, you never know what each of these teams have up their sleeves. So you have JaJuan Taylor, who's an option. You have Drew Lock, who could come and squash the Josh Rosen deal. It just depends. What is it going to take, ladies and gentlemen? Not only that, you also have offensive lineman out of Oklahoma, Cody Ford. We all know about Cody Ford. He's going to be a day 1 starter as well in this NFL. And we need all the offensive line help we can get. He is a first-round talent. And for some reason, he did not go in the first round, but we may actually be also targeting Cody Ford. Can we move up and grab Cody Ford? Do you see all the options adding up with only picking 16 and we have 4 players of options? We may be in the business of moving up, ladies and gentlemen. And last, I wanted to talk about cornerback Greedy Williams. I think he's going to go early in the second round, but guys, he may also be an option. The Miami Dolphins are struggling opposite Xavier Howard. Greedy Williams might just be that extra punch that helps take the defense over the top, ladies and gentlemen. I've been on record saying I think the Dolphins are trying to finish out the defense and have their defense rocking and rolling this year, playing elite Super Bowl ready football, and then next year focus on the offense. So if they stick with that, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't move up and grab a player like Greedy Williams. That can happen, guys. Another first round talent that we may be able to get in the second round, and only moving up, and we won't have to probably move up 16 spots, but somewhere around 10 spots move up would cost us something like a fourth rounder or something like that maybe. It just depends. But these are all options that are on the table. So I look forward to night 2 of the draft. This is going to be interesting. What will Miami do? Will we actually go after one of these guys? A few more notables that you cannot overlook. DK Metcalf, okay? The Ole Miss wide receiver. But TV, you even said we have a lot of receivers, but that doesn't mean we can't prepare for the future now. Flores has been on the record last week stating we need a little bit more athleticism and explosiveness at the receiving position. Do not be surprised if you see Miami actually look into going after a DK, okay? DK Metcalf. So these are all options, guys. A few more notables, okay? Other players that are left on the board Friday when round 2 starts, okay? A.J. Brown, another Ole Miss receiver. Kansas State offensive lineman, Dalton Risner. Now, I like Dalton Risner. I've actually done a little research on him. That wouldn't be a bad option. That would definitely be an upgrade. Will it be that 9 out of 10 player? I think more of an 8 out of 10, but man, do you know how night and day that would be for us? That would be an amazing pickup as well, man. Then you have Washington's cornerback, Byron Murphy. Again, the business of cornerbacks, guys, opposite Xavier Howard. And Temple's cornerback, Rock Yassin. And Alabama's tight end, Irv Smith Jr. You can't even say we may not be in the market for a tight end. Now, mind you, we have about 5 on the roster right now, which does make me scratch my head, so that wouldn't be very likely. But, ladies and gentlemen, I just named about 9 players who the Dolphins could be targeting. And we have the 16th pick in the second round. Will the Miami Dolphins move up to grab any of these guys? If they can't get one of those elite top 4, they cannot go wrong. I repeat, they cannot go wrong with any of the other 5. So I'm excited about tonight. Now this draft, the second and third round is usually a little bit longer than the first. Most people don't realize that. So I did promise my wife that I will be enjoying the night with her. So what I plan on doing is giving updates, live check-in updates on what we're doing in the draft, because it will get very tedious and very just drawn out. So stay tuned. Look for all the updates that I'm going to be bringing forward here on TD Fans Talk for live in and out updates of draft coverage. Thank you all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk. Second round may be even more explosive than the first round. Not from the player standpoint, but just from the ability to pick up a first round talent in the second round, ladies and gentlemen. And I call that a steal. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. This is TD Fans Talk. Love you all. Stay blessed.